Hi guys, welcome to the Cooley Craft Corner. My name is Sierra and today I'm participating in an open collaboration that I was invited to from Angela the Traveling Crafter. I'm going to link her down below. And this hashtag collaboration is called Give a Scrap, where you use scraps or trash, things that you were, intending for the landfill, garbage, and you reuse them in a new creative way. And so I am using these butter boxes to make journal cards and I think some scrap pads, and we will do those together. And you're supposed to tag a partner, someone that you give a scrap about. So I'm going to tag Olive Shay, and hopefully she'll be able to participate. Shay, if you can, I'd love to see what you do with your scraps or trash and what you make out of it. Also, be sure to check out yesterday's video, which was Sandy Willamina's channel, and tomorrow I'm going to link hers as well, but Lyndee is going to be doing tomorrow's video. So every day for the month of April, there's going to be a creator posting a video about give a scrap with our scraps. So I'm going to cut these boxes down a little bit, and then I will turn the camera back on, and we'll probably cut them with my big paper cutter. So I will see you guys in a television second. All right, so I just cut a couple off right here. I'm just started by taking some scissors and cutting some of this excess off to make it easier to fit inside my paper cutter. So I got that one. This one. I'm working on some farmhouse journals, but I thought that these journal cards or flip pads would go great in not only farmhouse journals, but cookbook journals as well, which is on my list of projects to do. So I'm just going to, hope that you guys are in frame, just going to get it, not perfect. I'm not really a perfectionist. Like, I like things pretty straight, but I'm not like, I don't let, that stop me when it's not perfect. I try not to. So I'm just going to trim off that one, do another one. Anyways, I really like the image on this. I think the colors are perfect for what I'm going for. They're perfect for farmhouse and for cookbook journals. I love the primary colors. This butter is made in Oregon, which is where my family is from. So that's kind of cool. Little tribute to back home. I think I'm going to trim that off just a little bit more. There we go. And one more. Okay. I thrifted this paper cutter for like $5, $10, something like that. I don't feel like it's totally straight, but it's not awful. Okay, this one's a little ripped. So I think what I'm gonna do is I basically just cut it off at the line, which has the sell-by date. Anyways, now we have this. Get our scraps, the ones we're not keeping, out of the way. And we got our stack of little cards here. Okay, so the first one, we're gonna start with cutting some scrap papers that I have. I really liked these little patterns to go with my farmhouse journals, so I didn't measure this. I just kind of lined it up with my paper, took it over here, and I cut it slightly shorter than my card. So like right there is good for me. Slide it down. Same thing, I didn't measure, just lined it up, took my scissors, cut it slightly below, and got my scrappy papers. So now I got these, which I'm going to go grab a couple other supplies and be right back. All right, so when I do this, I either sew them or staple them. Since my sewing machine is not plugged in right now, that means I'm going to staple. And I'd like to cover up these words because I want it to look more vintage. And so I don't want it to say used by May 17, 2024. You know, I don't want that to show. So I'm just going to staple it this way. Just like that. Then I got these little back ends here that I'm going to cover up. So I found this cream lace. It was sent to me in a Happy Mail. I am not 100% sure who sent it to me, but it was in my room and I don't really want to go down to where the rest of my supplies are. So I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to snip this off. Again, using what we have, using our scraps. Such a fabulous idea from Angela. This little hashtag, I love it. So I'm just going to do that and take my 3-in-1 beading glue, which is my favorite. I don't love the smell, but I do like the effectiveness. So I'm just gonna run some of that over my staple area here. There we go, make sure it's focusing. And then I'm going to run that across it in this beautiful butter yellow. Now you could have left it with the staples showing. It's not like a huge deal. You can still see Mother's Choice through it because it's kind of sheer. And then on the back you can see the staples. You can obviously choose to cover those if you want. But I just thought it'd make a nice little scrap pad. Again, it's in the colors that I want for my farmhouse journals. And yeah, oh, I think these two papers got turned around. That's fine, it's a scrap pad, no worries. All right, so for the next one, I'm actually just going to leave one of these mostly blank. So I'm just going around the corners with my puncher from Temu. That way this will fit nicely into a pocket. Again, I'll probably do some kind of decorative something over here just to cover that up. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a complicated way to use your packaging, just, you know, it's a nice weight. So I like that. I'm just gonna set one of those aside and put the glue on. You know, I think I wanna do a backed card. So I'm gonna go grab a couple more papers and be right back. All right, so I decided on the one that I just did and curved the, rounded the corners on. I just took one of those scrap pieces of paper from the papers I just cut for my little scrap pad, and I'm just going to make a little tab actually. So I just rounded the corners on the centerpiece. I'll take my glue and put it on, oh come on, there we go, both sides. Whoops. Just going to cover that with my little homemade tab here. And that will be the tab to get the journal card out of a pocket. So something simple like that. And I think for the last one, I want to cover it with this pretty polka dot paper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a strip. That'll work for it. Let's just line up our card here with our paper. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. Cut. Make it a little bit longer. I will just trim off the edge. Okay. And I'm just going to glue them together. I should probably shut this so I don't hurt myself. So things I would tell my kids to do, so I should probably follow suit. Close the paper cutter if you're not using it for cutting. Okay. So I didn't make that go super close to the edge because I did cut this a little bit larger. So I wanted to make sure it can cover the whole thing. So there we have it. Obviously made it a little bit thicker, and these polka dots are kind of cute. Then the last thing I'm going to do is just add a cute little piece of fabric for a little topper. And I cut this really pretty peach gingham that I'm going to staple right across there. So we're just going to trim the excess paper and everything off. Just like that. Take my stapler. And just kind of create a little faux type of tab. Not tab. Well, kind of like a tab top. I kind of want it to be angled out, just like you're seeing. And then I think I'm going to glue a little bit of it down. So I'm just going to staple that. I'm going to put a touch, close that again. Close that up. And then I think I'm going to put a touch of glue right here and a touch of glue right there. And then I'm going to trim this down to match roughly the same side, and then just pull it apart a tiny bit just to roughen up the edges a little bit to match the other side. There we go. There. And that is a little cutie card as well. So, got rounded plain card with a tab, this one with a patterned back, and a little scrap pad, all from these leftover butter boxes. So I want to thank Angela for inviting me into this collab. This is a lot of fun. I've been saving these boxes and having my family save them for me, and I think they were wondering what I was doing with them because, like, why is mom saving butter boxes? But, you know, after doing junk journaling stuff for about a year now, collecting things, I haven't been doing it a year, but I've been collecting things for about a year, and so now I think they're kind of like, okay, it's just one of mom's ideas. Just put it in the cupboard and let mom deal with it. So anyways, please check out the channel coming up next, which is Lyndee's, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.